Experts gathered in European Parliament to discuss political uncertainty in Bangladesh and called for peace and tranquility as a feud between the leading parties could delay or even derail elections due by January in a country with a history of ferocious political violence and military intervention. Founder and Executive Director, South Asia Democratic Forum, Paulo Casaca emphasized on an environment where people could freely exercise their franchise.
Well, it's fundamental that there will be a climate of peace and tranquility, that people are allowed to freely express their vote without such pressures and such organized terror, because that's what it is that we are witnessing now in Bangladesh. That's what our mission, the Canadian mission to Bangladesh, has been reporting to us.
Considering the political uncertainty, Casaca pinned hopes on strengthening of trade unions and economic development in Bangladesh.
Well, I would like very much to see a country where the issue of women and minorities would be settled in a positive way, where trade unions would be strengthened, where economic development and especially all of the goals of the millennium would be going as rapidly as possible in the right direction.
Commenting over the unrest in the country, Ambassador of Bangladesh to Belgium, Ismat Jahan, said that democracy should sustain.
I would not call it a danger, because you see, danger is something very negative, but I would think there would be some kind of apprehensions that's going on and speculations which might lead to some disability, some unrest, which is best avoided, because for a country like Bangladesh, which has already tested the democracy for some times now, it is very important to maintain and sustain democracy.
Former Canadian Minister David Kilgour called for an end of the political deadlock with an aim to stabilize the economy.
The garment industry is worth about $21 billion. How many jobs does that create? How many families does that give a future to? How many better lives does that create? So it's we don't want to see people take office in Dhaka that are simply going to say, well, the economy be damned. We don't want women working, and as I'm sure you know, 80% of the people working in the garment industry are women. I've seen them. I think it's 6 million people work in the industry. So maintaining the economy is extremely important.